Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is BBCSP back one more time. Yeah, this is a crazy game right back. This was D Wade was Flash, scored 4 points in the fourth quarter against the Knicks. I just came back came back from work a little bit, and I see this on TV. I haven't really seen this game in its full, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting watch. I kind of like going back, watching the old games and like reminiscing a little bit. But enough of the small talking and shit. This video is like, ooh, nice and one. Damn. Flash was, D Wade was something else in his prime. But anyway, this particular video, and I decided to do one more video tonight because it's been in my mind all day, and it's like, what the hell is going on with people disrespecting Shaquille O'Neal's legacy, man? Like, the narrative, the perception on this dude's career has changed. It's really changed, man. It's really changed. Like, they act like he was some type of ordinary player as a comparison to other greats. They act like this dude didn't dominate the NBA for X amount of years, especially when it's with the Lakers and the Ice. Especially when he was with the first part of the Lakers three-peat, and when he first came into the league, like, they didn't act like he came in the league dominating, scoring almost 30 points per game, especially that second year in the league, especially when he got with Penny Hardaway. There was a reason he was a top draft pick. There was a reason he was very sought after at LSU, and there was a reason they wanted him on the first dream team. So this whole thing about his being an average player and just not being overrated. I mean, where the hell is all this coming from? I mean, you guys, I've seen a lot of these videos on YouTube lately, man, and this whole thing about being top 10 all time. People saying, agreeing with Charles Barkley saying he's not top 10 all time. You got some clowns on here on YouTube saying they got him as low as 13th. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, that lets me know right there that you're either casual number one or you just capping for your favorite player. One dude told me in the comment section that he was an ordinary player in comparison to Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Hakeem, and LeBron. Like, that just lets you know right there. A statement like that lets you know what type of people we're dealing with, so-called basketball fans we're dealing with nowadays, man. Like, come on, man. I mean, do these goddamn people even watch basketball? Like, do they even know the ins and outs of the game? Like, when he went to when he was drafted in 1992 by the Orlando Magic, they only won 26 games the year prior. Even though they didn't make the playoffs, in the first season in 92-93. Just his presence alone, they made a 17-game improvement. 17-game improvement. But yet, he didn't have no impact. The next year, when he got another adequate running mate in Anthony Penny Hardaway, they became a formidable team in the Eastern Conference. That second year, he close to average like 30 points a game, And even though they got swept, you can see the steadily improvement of the Orlando Magic. And by the third year, they made the NBA Finals. You know, and I mean, and there's another perception out here that Shaquille O'Neal, that Shaq never dominated his competition. But what they fail to realize is, he was putting up 30 points per game, even in when the big men era in the 90s. Just go back and look at his numbers against Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo. And it's not like he was getting, dominated. He held his own against all the aforementioned names. He held his own. So it's not like, okay, they say that only reason he dominated was because the big men of the 90s either got out of their prime or fell off, became washed, which is utter bullshit. Number one, when Shaq came into the league, he had already proven that he could hold his own against any big in that era. It didn't matter who it was, Didn't matter who it was. Didn't matter who it was. And even though they lost in the NBA Finals in 2000, I'm getting off track here. They made the finals in 1995. Made the finals. Played against the Houston Rockets and Hakeem Olajuwon, okay? Played against the Houston Rockets. And they got swept, okay? It happens. Every great player then got swept. I don't care what round. I don't care what round is it. It could be the first round, conference finals, NBA finals. Every great player has a sweep on their resume. No matter who it was, So okay, even in that NBA finals, he held his own against Hakeem Olajuwon. Average he had an easy 27, 28 points per game, And even though Olajuwon outplayed him, he held his own. He held his own against Hakeem, And even though, they lost, he proved that he was one of the top 3 players in the NBA at that time, But you got this perception out here that Shaq was just this guy that could only duck. Or Shaq was just this dude that didn't have no skill. But yet, you got all these casuals out here that think that just because he's not shooting no pretty jump shots or fadeaways or doing this fancy dribbling shit, he's not all-time great. I mean, I don't understand it. Well, yeah, I understand it. You got people out here camping for their favorite players and everything and trying to make Shaq look bad. That's what this is, and don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that I don't particularly agree with. I don't particularly care for off the court. That's a whole other conversation for a whole other video. But, as far as his career, and his legacy in the league, and whether he made a mark, to say he's not top 10 is crazy to me. And I never understand. I don't get where this narrative all of a sudden is coming from. But I got a good idea, Kobe Bryant is a great player, okay? I got him in my top 10 all time along with Shaq. But you got some of his fans out here, man, that they don't understand the gist of basketball at all, man, They cap for this dude to the ends of the earth, man, where it's like, you can't even discuss basketball with these motherfuckers, man. You can't discuss basketball with these dudes at all because they lose every sense of common sense, every sense of perspective when it comes to Kobe Bryant. Again, Kobe Bryant's a great player. But, when Shaq was on that team too, okay? And he was the most dominant player on that team. Whether you want to paint a different picture to it or not, fact is, he was finals MVP 3 times. He was the sign factor in those series and in the Western Conference. Shaq drew so many double teams to where, he was so dominant down low in both Orlando and in LA that you had no choice but to double team him, which opened up the shooters and opened up all the driving lanes for Kobe, for Penny, and Kobe included. So all this bullshit about Shaq is not a top 10 player of all time is narrative driven to me. And I know, Charles Barkley said he don't have Shaq in his top 10, but Charles Barkley's opinions, they change like every 24 hours. So you can't take this dude seriously at all, man. You can't take this dude's opinion seriously at all. I mean, he's all over. Barkley is all over the damn place. And, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't know where all this disrespect is coming from. And another narrative out here is that Shaq can hold his own against some of the big men of the past, which is bullshit also. Strength is strength, but at the end of the day, if your skill set can get you by, you'll be able to hold your own against any damn body. I don't care who you are. Your skill set goes a long way along with strength. Shaq's skill set is very, very underrated. When people see Shaq, all they think about is dunks. All they know is dunks. All they think is all they can do is dunk. But you really look at his game was deeper than that. He had a respectable skill set. Which is often forgotten because his game wasn't as pretty as all the perimeter players, But like I said before, man, it's bullshit the way they're trying to pick this guy's career now, man. Like going around YouTube, you got some of these clowns saying he's not top 10 all the time. You can tell they just started watching basketball, man. They just started watching basketball and everything, and it's crazy how the narrative of this dude's career done changed and over the past, like I say, Shaq retired in 2011. I say about the past 7-8 years, his career has changed. The narrative around this dude's career and legacy has changed. And it's bullshit to me. Like I said again, I'm not capping for the dude altogether. Once again, some of the shit he's doing off the court, I don't particularly agree and I'm particularly disappointed in. And like I said, the video's not about that. But at the end of the day, man, it's this is bullshit. The narrative around this dude's career is bullshit. And to say he's not a top 10 player of all time, you gotta really question people's basketball IQ, man.